This is Lost in the Lakes, and this is a guide to go up Rannerdale Knotts. Okay, so we're parked just over in that car park there, and we'll be going up a quick way which will take us up Rannerdale Knotts. The fastest way, really. There's another car park just there, as you can see. I'm shooting this with my phone, so it's slightly different, maybe a little bit shaky. Hopefully the audio comes through all right. Okay, so this is Crummock Water. Quite a nice little swimming place here if you ever want to come. Got some convenient parking. It does say here boats and fishing permits required, but I don't think that stems to paddleboards. Right, so we're going to take a wander up here, and I'll bring you up a little bit further. Okay, so we're starting on this sort of pitched path here, in the dry, nice and easy, just a few steps. There's another little viewpoint if you really want to go off here, but Rannerdale is off to the left there. Coming up here, you get to this point. You can either go up this little bit here, but I've chosen to climb the rocks up here just because it's a little bit drier. But this little stream here, it's always overflowing and kind of makes its way down the steps. And then once you're up here, you level off, and that's that little viewpoint I was on about. It's literally taken me 3 minutes to get up here so far, and look at the views we're getting already. Look at that, that's Melbreck, looking quite good actually today. Sun's in the right direction. Over there you got the low fell range, to the right there Grassmoor. Okay, so we're just coming up to that point where this path veers left, and we're going to go over to this viewpoint. I would say you could get a little cheeky camp on here as well. I would reserve this for winter. Obviously it'll be camped in summer by people, but I reckon this will be alright for winter. Right, there we are. Nice little point. Wind's picking up a little bit now. Must have been just shaded from the wind on the other side. You could probably, if you wanted a slightly more an easier camp, maybe down there. Quite a few people do go over to the other side there and camp on that island with a pier. We're going to be going up there. I think you could just see, probably just make out some people climbing up there. So we're going to have a little shot at getting up there the quickest way. Okay, coming back down to the main path, and we're going to be following this up here, and I do believe this kind of goes back over that way, but there should be a little path up off to the left that takes us up here. Okay, just making our way up here now. So we've come up from that little viewpoint that I was at before, and then we should be going off to the left somewhere. This could be the path here. I'm just going to walk on a little bit further just to check. This is it. It's been a while since I've been here. So that's the path off up, but you've still got a second viewpoint, possibly a little wild camping place as well. It's a little bit further out of the way. I noticed one person had a fire down there. Bit lumpy, but probably doable. And you can now see Buttermere and haystacks on the left, and lots of other fells all the way around here. So you get quite a nice viewpoint from here. So we're going to go up a little bit further just to get a better view. Okay, just so you can see This is getting a bit steeper. You can just see a couple of people making their way down. So this point does get a bit steeper. So if you just follow this little path up, that'll take you to the scree. And as you can see now, it starts to get pretty steep, but safe as long as you stick to the path here. There's the scree. If you battle through all the way up, this is kind of the top of it, but this will turn into running water when it's really bad. You can hear a bit of a stream, but it kind of disappears here. Okay, so this is quite narrow, this point, but you have got pitching, so don't follow the path off to the scree, which is just over the other side of these bushes. Follow the path as soon as you get here, or you're going to have to battle through here. Oh, there you can see. But yeah, just sort of take this narrow off to the right of the scree. The pitching on this pitching is quite good actually. It's quite straight, quite flat, so it's good, nice and steppy, so even in the wet, which is this section, you should be quite grippy, because there's nothing really off camber yet. Okay, so we've just climbed up that bit there, then it does open out here now, so we can climb up this grassy bank, and then you kind of work your way up to the top that way. Okay, we're just up to this section now. We've just walked up this path here, another little picnic viewpoint, whatever you want, but to be honest, you're so close to the top here, you might as well carry on. But yeah, get a nice view of Melbreck now, and you can see Lowes Water as well, just there. Okay, this section is loose steppy rock. It's not as steep as what you've already been up, but yeah, still mind how you go on this one in the wet. Nice and easy in the dry, but yeah, it's quite steep. Right, once you've climbed that little section, it turns into a nice easy walk up and then onto the summit. Okay, now we're up at the summit. Well, not at the summit, but it's quite easy to think this rock here is the summit, but it's actually around here and up there. Right, just leading up here now, and then we've got a little steppy path, and the summit is just about there. Up that little route here, and then through this little squeeze here, and then I think that is the hardest part over with. Alright, now I thought that was the summit, but if we spin around here, there's a cairn here, so I'm going to have a little walk up to it and decide, well, I'm going to decide which one I think the summit is. Yeah, I think this is the highest point. There we go. In fact, the highest point is stood on that little bit. See, it's one of these where that looks higher, but I bet if I go over there, this bit will look higher. I'm going to go over anyway, because I think you'll get a nice 360 view over there. Yeah, now I'm over here, that one looks higher, definitely looks higher. But look at these views that you get. So you've got Buttermere, all the surrounding mountains, then you got Crummock, again loads of surrounding mountains, and you can see over to Lowes Water, Low Fell, into Lawton Valley, and then you can see the immense Grassmoor and how high it is. And then spin round a bit more, you've got Whiteside, Robinson, High Snockrig, just that little green hill on the left, and then Fleetwood Pike. Looking over back at the in the distance there, we've got Great Gable. Lovely views up here for such a short little climb. You do get some nice views. You can obviously see Buttermere village right there. Stunning. So this has been a short guide of how to get up Rannerdale Knotts the fastest way from the car park. This has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.